I don't know what time it is. I would say keep your eye on the clock, but I don't know what time it is. I just know that we are on a clock. So I keep my mind on the fact that we're on a clock. I don't know when the last days are. Now, you'll find people on Facebook who do. They know exactly when Jesus is coming. They know whether it's pre-trib, mid-trib, or post-trib. I don't have a clue. I got some ideas, but I can't support my ideas with a verse, so they're just going to remain my ideas. I can tell you why I think it would be mid-trib or post-trib or maybe even pre-trib, but if I can't substantiate it with what the Bible says, I'll leave that for you and the experts. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to live knowing there is a clock ticking somewhere, because God didn't do any of this haphazardly. From the beginning of Adam and Eve's story in Genesis, God set it all up according to a plan. There's a reason he said 6 days in creation in Genesis, and the day as we know it couldn't have started till the fourth day. Sun and moon weren't created till the fourth day. So the first 3 days of Genesis couldn't have been 24 hours as we know it, because the 24-hour mechanism wasn't even unfolded till the fourth day. I get it. So why did he say days? Because he was setting us up on a pattern. Clock is ticking. 6 days of man. We're in the year 5,770 something on the Jewish calendar, which goes back to the time of Adam. In another couple of hundred years or less, we'll be at the 6,000 mark. And then there's a seventh day, according to the story that unfolded in Genesis. There's a seventh day of rest coming, the millennia, described in the New Testament. I don't know when all that's going to happen. I believe it's going to happen, and I believe we're on that kind of time frame. So my mind is not on, are we at 11:30 and midnight's coming, or 11:40? I don't know, and I don't care, but I know I'm on a clock. And the advantage of keeping your eye on the time is not that you're going to try to figure out when the end comes and have the days all numbered. It's that, hey, you're on a time clock irrelevant to the timing of the coming of the Lord at the end of the age. I don't know how much more time I have left, but I've been on a clock forever. From the day I was born, I was on a clock. It's appointed unto man once to die. Almost everybody I have buried in the last few years is older than me, or younger than me, rather. And somebody kindly told me after one of the last funerals we had, you know what that means? No, what? Means you're next. Well, thank you very, very, very much. I will talk about you on Facebook sometime tonight and shame you. No, I won't, because they didn't tell me anything I don't know. I'm living on borrowed time and have been since the cradle. I live with an awareness of time. I don't know when my time will run out, but I know what I want. I want to be prepared mentally and spiritually for when that time comes.